Let me ask you, like, what kind of stuff do they do? Does management do? Like, what kind of tactics do they use? What kind of intimidation do they use? I don't think people realize how real that is.
So these firms are these union busters. They get hired to come in and start coaching the management on different type of language to have with with the workers, the different conversations. And they pretty much play the fence. You know, we heard some of the conversations, and they play the fence. They make it seem like they're in a neutral position. And it doesn't work because the workers know the reason why they're talking to them to begin with. You know, a lot of the things that we're doing when we're organizing, especially like the barbecues and addressing management head on,
Yeah.
they're not prepared for that. They haven't been for ever since Bessemer, especially the fact that we brought out a barbecue for the last 3 weeks now, a month. And now all of a sudden over what we did, they started bringing back vendors. They started doing barbecues. They got barbecues planned from here to Prime Day to July 4th now. So the workers notice these things because we're telling them like, hey, you're going to be able to get this coming up. And it's been happening right back to back. Before they even sent out the text messages, the first thing I did on the first week was I warned the workers. I said, now that we're here, I said, expect text messages, expect the signs in the bathroom. So they already knew what to expect. And it's backfiring now. We have that reverse effect because they know the reason why these things are happening is because we're there. The raises, the bonuses, the barbecues they're offering now, they know it's because the union is there.
You know, it's funny. We, as I'm sure you caught today, the opportunity to either remove the filibuster and to at least a reconciliation on a couple of these major legislative pieces, especially the PRO Act, which is the biggest one. They're trying to pull the excuse of, well, it's the parliamentarian again. The establishment is really, really bad at this. They've just never needed to really do this before.
They're going to get the parliamentarian assassinated.
Well, that somebody's going to be.
I mean, they're going. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, they're going to. Yeah.
At this point, it just kind of seems to me that the collective organizing is really growing, and I'm curious from a New York perspective because I do believe that New York really is ground zero. I know
way more than Alabama would be.
Well, more so than I think any other place. And the thing that I think, Chris, you could speak to better than even we can, certainly because you live there. You know, obviously we have our issues with AOC, but the fact that she was able to win, I think has started a ripple effect of a progressive movement in New York, particularly New York City, that is now starting to really get its legs in terms of its confidence, in terms of its organizing capabilities. I think that really has an impact, especially now that the New York Health Act is gaining momentum. And I would imagine that if the Staten Island distribution center for Amazon was able to unionize, that would have far-reaching effects, not just in New York, but throughout the country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm already getting calls from other states. They're ready. The Amazon workers are ready to unionize. I know that for a fact. I've been talking to several different facilities already. And I'm hoping that if we are successful, which I know we will be, that we will spread like wildfire. That's exactly what we need. We need to continue applying this pressure, continue holding our elected officials accountable. And I'm definitely going to do that. I'm calling for Joe Biden. If he does, says some whatever endorsement he does with New York when we get to that point, I want to make sure that he knows that we want the PRO Act to be passed. If not, we need an executive order. That's something he can do right now. No, there's nothing stopping him from that. I don't care if it's a filibuster or not. You know, he can put in an executive order to help us organize against these companies. Don't allow them to do the union busting things that they're doing and getting away with. A company shouldn't be able to hire these $1 million law firms and have these folks walk around facilities and pretty much destroy unions. If you're a union man and a union president and you want to be the most, unionized country or at least a part of the movement of the uprising, then you need to put your money where your mouth is and help the workers out. And hopefully when we get to that point, when we have that opportunity to talk to politicians and get them involved with our movement. We're going to absolutely tell them enough with the lip service. It's time to put the pen down on the paper and write these bills up to help these workers out.
Yeah, I agree. Although I will say this, as soon as you guys have all of your unions up and running and you decide that you're going to go on your general strike, I will be there with my yellow vest. I'm getting a yellow vest. No, I'm very excited about this. One of our viewers is sending me a yellow vest.
Is it going to look as cool as Chris's getup right now?
No, probably nothing I wear ever is going to look as cool as Chris's getup. But I'm just like, I am waiting for you guys to start the general strike that will end up shutting not just Amazon, but the other companies as well. I mean, that's the thing here. Is that if Amazon basically gets unionized, that's going to be a major domino effect to so many other companies.
I agree 1,000%.
So that's really I think it's very key.
Chris, we just sent a direct message on Twitter if you want to retweet this so we can get this out to as many people as we can right now. I think it's very important that everyone understands what is going on in Staten Island. I'm not sure a lot of people are fully aware. A lot of people probably just assume that, well, Bessemer, they attempted to unionize. It didn't work, back to the drawing board. No, you're actually doing it the right way, which is, okay, it didn't work in Bessemer. Now we're going to try it in Staten Island. We are not waiting. We are literally going to be up your ass. You are not going to be able to get away with this anymore. And that's the thing about collective organizing. See, I've been saying to Jen, and I've been really trying to hammer this away, when it comes to the growth of this movement, it's all about it being non-corporate and nonpartisan, and it's about labor.
It's a labor movement.
And when it comes to the distinction of, are you progressive? Are you conservative? Are you moderate? That doesn't matter. It only matters if you're corporate or non-corporate. That's it. If you are on the side of non-corporate, then you're on the side of workers, and we all have to be working together. And I think that that is something that you are doing exceptionally well. Is there anybody else that we should know about that is attempting to do the same as you are in either other parts of New York or other parts of the country?
Yeah, just to piggyback on what you said, we waited. I talked to my team, and right after Bessemer results came out, we waited, and we said, you know what? It's time to go now. We had the option of waiting a little bit longer or not, but I say, no, it's time to strike while the iron is hot and everybody's talking about it. Emotion was high. Everybody was upset. A lot of things coming out in the media. So we say, you know what, let's continue that wave and let's continue to ride that wave up here in New York. And let's take it at Amazon right now. And that's exactly what we're doing. And as far as, what I'll give you right now, I don't want to put too much out there yet because
I feel you.
All right.
But look for surrounding areas to start calling out their unions as well. I've been in talks with a lot of workers in the surrounding areas. I worked at people got to remember, I worked at 3 different facilities for Amazon. I opened up, not just worked, I opened them up. I launched them. I trained thousands of their workers. A lot of them are management now. A lot of them are still employed, and I still have great relationships with them the entire time, even after I was fired. And I've been meeting with a lot of them. Just put it like that. I've been meeting with a lot of my former coworkers and my friends. I consider them my friends. And they are ready to go. Just put it like that. They are ready. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you'll hear some things about different facilities outside of New York that will be announcing their efforts to unionize as well.
Chris, we have to.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.